Alright guys, this is the aftermath kind of the Irene storm here. It's about 1:30, about 1:15 in the afternoon. As you can see, last night the stop sign actually got a little bit bent, and if you look over there in the construction, a few of the boards actually came apart, blew off. So yeah, there was some damage. Nothing of note around here, but to be perfectly honest, at least the storm wasn't too bad. But then again, I tried going out 2 in the morning, and I was basically wind blowing in my face, and basically I got wet, and I was only there for 2 minutes. Chinese food is open. Giovanni's will probably be open today. The bodega here is open. I do not know if 7-Eleven will be open today. I tried to go across the street at 2 in the morning and they were closed. I figured that, and it looks like 7-Eleven is still closed today. So take a look at the street signs, see if there's anything different here. Of course, the wind has calmed down. Have a look down here, Continental. See a couple of branches and shrubs that look like they were bent. So the winds were indeed strong last night. There's a little gust there in the aftermath. Winds coming out of the northwest. West-northwest rather. So let's take a look down here. The train station, I would believe, is still closed. I'm not going to try to go up there again because I have a feeling that that'll probably be fine if I do so. But everything else is pretty much closed. As you can see here, the floor shop here, they boarded it up. They taped it up once again with the useless painter's tape. However, though, unlike the people in Queens, at least it makes more sense here, since that the winds weren't going to be strong enough to do massive damage, because you have to hit it in its head. Anyway, what we're going to do now is we're going to see what else. Ooh, that's some goodness. There's some branches on the ground there, blown away by the storm. That's impressive. Look at the tree there. Yeah, lost a few branches there. That tree lost a few branches. Look at even a log there. I would imagine that's that was either cut before, but then again I didn't see that. I have to actually recheck my video and see if that was there at 7 o'clock last night. But yeah, these look like they were blown off by the wind, because I could tell it's not a clean cut. They were probably on the ground this morning and they probably just moved it. But in any case, let's see what else we can find. Of course, the deli's closed and Kennedy's is closed, I would imagine so. A few of the shrubs were disturbed over here. And we're just gonna take a peek at the train station one more time, but I'm not going to go in there. And as the police gives me more incentive not to go up there. Okay. Okay, observing this area right here. All of the select bus fare terminals are still there. Ooh, looks like the glass broke on one of the bus shelters there. Yes, it did. We have broken glass. Yeah, when they say the storm isn't serious, look at that. Shattered glass. That's impressive. Even ripped out the advertisement too. Probably something flew into it, I bet. That's probably why we have that. Just gonna walk down here. More shrubs being disturbed. There's some of the underground netting as well on the underpass has been ripped. Cone knocked over. All the birds fly away. Holy mother, look across that street. That entire tree just came down. My goodness, as we're gonna go past the homeless people, we're try to get the other side there. Wow, that's a lot. This is actually more damage than I expected. Drunk people. Look at that. Yeah, this is way more damage than I expected. Wow, look at that. That's impressive. Like half the tree just came down last night. Probably this morning also. That is impressive. More tree damage over here. I'm just gonna go down this particular pathway just a little bit as the wind kicks up a little bit here. But yeah, there we go. There's some more branches knocked down. We get closer to the microphone here, so maybe I could get over the wind. But yeah, that's a lot of that's a pretty decent amount of damage from yesterday's storm, or today's storm rather, because it made landfall today. Okay, cars are starting to get back on the highway again. I would actually go to Pelham Bay Park, but I don't want to, probably because one, it's probably closed, and two, I do not feel like getting a citation from the police department. So we'll just leave it at that. Okay, we're gonna check more businesses over here. I know what these people are waiting for. There's no bus service, at least as of right now. So what we're gonna do, some more camera shake ensues. Anyway, the battery ran out. Don't you just love that? So I got a spare. So now we're gonna take a look at the trees down the street over here. Just wanted to take a look down here, and perhaps I think I'm going to check out Pelham Bay Park as well, see what other strange things we have happening over there. So we're going down this particular street. I know that Pelham Parkway is actually right over there, but probably further down it had damage to cars and whatnot. But the main point about this is I want to go over here and take a look at that. So you get in the street without getting hit by a car, but take a look at that. That's very impressive. Yay, rolling shutter. Let's just take a look at this for a second. This is a one-way street, by the way, so I see cars coming here. Yeah, that branch is completely clean off. Very impressive. And right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to right now is I'll head to the entrance of Pelham Park, and we're gonna check this out, see what kind of damage we can find. Of course, before I get kicked out by the police or somewhere else, but we'll see what we can find. Okay, so right now crossing this street over here, and we're going to get to one of the entrances of Pelham Park. And that's impressive too. Probably just clean that off. Yeah, very nice. So as you can see, the wind damage is pretty impressive, I have to say. You see down tree branches over there as well. I do not know how far I can get into the park. As I said, I'll try to do as much as I can. I don't know if they'll allow anybody into the park right now because of all of the down branches and whatnot, but we'll see. By the way, we'll take a look at the New England Thruway. People starting to get back on the road, which is a good sign. I would imagine City Island, though, is closed. We'll see. Just to see how damaged City Island is. And Orchard Beach as well. Until this car passes over here, and then we're going to get in there, see what's going on. You can see that's one of the entrances there. We'll go to the main entrance up the block here. People in the park, so if my battery cooperates, that's what we shall do. Look at that, that actually looks like a pond in there. That's how much rain that we got over here. So we'll do that in just a couple of moments. Also want to remind everybody that leave a comment below if you were in the storm as well. I would like to see your spin on it, where you were, and what exactly do you plan to do. And I will say this again because the wind is blowing in my face, but we'll see. Wind is very strong over here. Well, it's still gusting a good amount, 25 miles an hour still. Woo, yeah. Stressed out tree branches, leaves completely disembodied from the trees. More small branches that have been completely taken off of their trees. Okay. That's a naked tree for you. Anyway, as the wind has died, no, the wind hasn't died down yet. The trees now are either bent or the leaves just falling off and branches and whatnot. Okay, this is the entrance to Pelham Park. Not gonna have any concerts here anytime soon. In any case, as I was saying, if you have any experience with the hurricane and where you live. Leave a comment below, and we'll see about this. Now, what I'm actually going to do is something I don't normally do when I come to this park. I almost want to check out the beachfront here, but then again, I don't think so. That's too far of a walk, and probably that's holy mother. That is impressive right there. I'm gonna walk to that right now. Completely cracked in half, this tree. All of the tree debris on the ground. But this is impressive. Look at that. Giant piece of exposed plywood. That's how strong the storm is. Trees knocked down, completely severed. That's what the storm is all about. And I'm actually going to get on the other side here. Yeah, that's about a 60-year-old tree or so, completely shattered in half. Look at that. A couple of them, actually. That is very impressive. Yep. So we have people taking pictures here. But you gotta see this. Waiting for these people just to get out of the way so I can show you. But that is very, very impressive what a powerful hurricane can do. See more downed trees over there. And perhaps there's going to be some more where that came from. Look at this. Completely uprooted. Very impressive. Wow. As I said, this is basically a perhaps 80-year-old tree completely uprooted by Irene. That is what I'm talking about, folks. I was in one hurricane prior to this, and that was in Francis when I was on vacation in 2004. I was in Florida, and I have not seen a big tree like that completely get uprooted. Partially because the trees in Florida are palm, or they have very thin roots because of the fact that there is sand. But anyway, right now I'm going to head to the sports complex, and hopefully the camera doesn't die on me. There you go, there's another fallen tree right there. But as I said, the magnitude of the storm, don't kid yourself. We're talking about 70, 75 mile-an-hour winds. Yep, that tree has been completely uprooted too. That is very, very impressive for a storm. Right up ahead is the playground / track area. Try to show you that next. But have a look at that. This tree is probably a little less older. I'd say about 40 or 50 years old, but you can just see the carnage. Like I said, I have never seen anything like this in this area before. Look at that. Soil completely mangled, tree completely uprooted, and came down. That is a sight to see. As you can see, the playground's empty, ball field, is underwater, and there's people still on the track, which is interesting. As you can see, knocked down garbage cans. And as I said, it's someone nice to see people still come to the park, but I think for the aftermath alone, well worth watching and being a part of history. Now, as I said, the storm surge would have probably affected, because about maybe 300 yards or so that way, give or take, maybe 400 yards, maybe a quarter mile away, there's a pathway that leads to a beach area. It's not Orchard Beach, but it's a little beach. It's a little beach front with layers of sedimentary rock on it. So I'm not going to go in that section because it's a pain in the ass to get through. And to be perfectly honest, there's probably down trees in there too, probably blocking my path, so I'm not going to try it. As you can see here, not too much damage on this side, which tells me that the wind was much more concentrated towards that other direction there. So you could see that these straight line, I don't even think it could be straight line winds. It's not tornadic, because tornadic would be more catastrophic. Now this is the southern end of Pelham Bay Park. I'm pretty sure that there's more carnage on the north end, but the north end is past the Westchester County border. As you can see, a little puddle there, so I'm going to avoid that. The track over there seems very usable. Not flooded out, probably a good drainage system. And that part over there of the parking lot is turned into the river. Actually, that's just a patch of grass, but almost like a little lake there. As you can see, people are still walking on the track and running as well. So it's still impressive regardless. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the end, and then I will cut this video, because that's pretty much all you need to see. As much as people like to watch my videos, me ranting for a half hour doesn't seem too appealing. You can see there a few inches of water, pillars there, and with no drainage, it's just standing water. Like a little pond that's been created by the storm. It'll take a few days for that to evaporate into the sky, rather. Yes, folks, this is what I'm talking about. To the people that say that this was a minor storm, they have been totally mistaken. And I say, well, there's no catastrophic damage or anything like that. Well, there's still some impressive damage in the park, and especially around the Pelham Bay Station area. So just one final look here before I head back, because I don't think there might be more down trees over there, but it's kind of redundant at this point. You get the idea. of how severe the storm was. And let me just take a look at this one sign before we go. I don't know why would you want to do it in this weather. Shot put, javelin, hammer tossing not permitted. Though we wanted to toss a hammer at Hurricane Irene. Of course, that will never work. Anyway, this is Tis Killer reminding you, stay out of the wind and never underestimate the power of hurricanes.